So I'm gonna make sure my audio is right. Excuse me. But you can kind of see what I'm working on. Excuse me. Something in my throat here. And let me get it set back up here, my camera, so that I hope I don't hit the stupid button again. So I'm praying that everyone can hear me. I'm going to need for someone to come on and kind of let me know if they can or not. I think this is a good setting right here. I'm going to kind of pull it up a little closer. Let's see if that works. Yep, you can see that little one I have there. Okay. I'm going to wait a little bit for some people to come on. I'm here. I'm just behind the camera right now. I have to get me some more water. As you can see here, this is one of my abstract, well, it's a distorted cityscape that I'm creating for two of the paintings that are in a 50 painting series. And I'm sorry, I'm just kind of getting some things together back here. Let you guys take a look at it, and I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. And I'm going to go here to see if it's showing on YouTube. Let me see how that's going. Again, I'm here. I'm just waiting before I get started because I don't know if anyone can hear me right now. Just want to make sure of that. All right, that's awesome. So we're live on YouTube. Great. Whoever is on, I see someone just came on. I wanted to know if you can hear me. I think I need to turn my speaker down here a little bit. Kind of loud in my ear. I don't want to get started just yet, but what I will do, come up so you can see me and see that I am alive. I'm way off to this end here. You turn it a little bit more because I want you to get a really, really good look at this and get some more lights on in here. Boom. I think it's a lot more brighter now. Awesome. Okay, I'll be right back. I got to put my sneakers on. Give me a second. I'll edit this later and cut out all of this. If anybody has any questions, feel free. I'll check those every now and then. But we got a nice little stretch we're going to have here of me painting. I want to make progress on these two pieces here. They're coming along pretty good. I would say right now they're about, 65% done at this point. I'm going to share this right now with someone. Let's do this. I'm still here. Again, I don't want to get started until I get someone come on and just share this. I'm actually going to share this one right here to Facebook real quick. Send that there so that can be live on Facebook. I have it on my Facebook art page, but I want to put it on my regular page too. So that's done. Shared there. Let me just edit it where it says now. Okay, now live. There we go. Okay, that's done. And let me get back over here. Again, I told you that I'm waiting for a few people. I know it's a Sunday evening, it's 8 o'clock, but I'm really excited about getting some work in right now on this. The beginning of the week, I had a really, really tough, 7 days. The AC was out in the building. They had to put an entire the unit on top of the building. Had to have a crane to lift it up and take it off. It was quite a bit. And I don't know why this looks like, I don't know if what I'm showing here Can you see me good? I guess you can. I can see. I'm looking at another television over here that I have on, but again, let me turn this around a little bit. I think I needed to shave a little bit too. Let's see who's going to come on. In the meantime, I'm going to start getting my palette together. I'm ready for that right now. Oh, one more thing I have to do. Get some more water. Okay. You can probably hear me. I'm going into the bathroom area here, just getting a little bit of water. Keep my brush nice and wet when I'm not using it. I usually have one to clean out and the other just to lay my brush in for a second if I have to. I usually have a spray bottle, but I'm not going to go looking for that. But let me just get going. I'm going to get some colors on here that I'm going to be working with. So, getting my palette started. You know what? I'm going to move down even further with my camera so you guys can get a better look at the mixing that we're going to be doing. Let's see how that is. And now we're going to turn this. Yeah, that's better. To get a better look this way. Awesome. Listen, I see someone just came on. If you could send me a message and let me know whether or not you can hear me. I need to know if I'm being heard. Okay. Have to get my little smock on. Hope I'm not making a whole lot of noise trying to get smock on this little apron I have here. Get on. Okay. All right, I'm getting my palette together. If someone can send me a message, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I want to know if you can hear me. Put a yes if you can hear me. I'm not sure if I'm being heard. Let me check the messages here. I'm going to send a message out. I hope I'm being heard. I'm just going to leave it at this right now. I'm going to start talking. I guess if no one can hear me, can you hear me? Let's see. Thanks for sending me a message, whoever this is. Awesome. Good. Thank you. I really didn't want to get going good until I got someone come on to let me know whether or not you can hear me or not. Awesome. And thank you so much. That I got to get close up on here if I can see. Thank you, bartender's daughter. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So what you see here, and I'm about to come back to the screen here. Okay, these are paintings in a series that I have, and it's like a distorted, like reality landscapes. It's called, the title of the, I don't know why it's just slipping my mind right now, but the title of the series is Structural Daydreams. And there's 50 paintings that I'm doing right now. They're all different sizes. I'm working on about 30 of them at this point right now that are about 60 to 75% done. These are actually three, because I always have a smaller canvas within the same series. Within these paintings, there's collage element. Like this is collage, this is collage. There's some collage work on here. I use oil pastel, acrylic paint, watercolor paint, even some house paint I've used on some of them. All of them are on canvas. There's some on the wand, and there's some on vinyl. And like I said, there are a variety of size. I even have a triptych, which is 3, which are on 3 doors, panel doors. And to a triptych, that's the largest one in the series. Then I have a couple of tall ones that are about 10 feet high and about 4 feet wide. So I can't wait to show this series when I'm done. They're all, you can see they all have kind of like that same theme of the distorted buildings and all of those things, very colorful. And I'm going to like expand on that. You have to see some of the shapes that I've created for the buildings. These two are kind of have some of the similar colors, so I wanted to work on them together, but there's a variety of colors as well that I have. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to get my palette going, and you'll see me like take the next step with these. I use some Artist Loft paint. Master Touch paint is what I'm using right now. And it's very intuitive. I start with these. They're pretty much abstract when I start. But as I go, I start to have more intention as I get closer to finishing them. So let me just get some more colors on here. I have a bunch of colors. I was interviewing this artist named Brenda Pinkston one day, and she was telling me about this one painting she did. She said she used almost all of the colors in the crayon box. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Sometimes these tops, they get, if you don't put it on the seal and on tight, then you got to just pull so you're supposed to close these up pretty tight, or you'll get a bunch of paint on yourself. And you'll also get a bunch of paint on the lid, and then it's hard to close. And then you got to pull pieces off like that to close it. So there we go. And just got to get a little bit more blue on here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm going to step back. I'm actually going to move this from here. Give me a little bit more space to step back. Let's get ready to rumble. I do have to take a step back for a second. All right. And once I get going, I just get going. It's that starting point. What do I want to hit first? Because there's so much on here. Like, what do I want to hit first? I think I know. Here we go. I'm going to check in a couple of minutes to see if there's any questions that anyone has. I'll be glad to answer them. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Actually, I don't want to do this color. This is the thing, deciding on this first brush I want to use on top of that. This is like this. It's almost like I got to prime myself a little bit to get started. Because I kind of am unsure sometimes in the beginning, like what brush I want to use to start. I'm self-taught, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start coming on this building here. Let's get this here. Now, mind you, again, this is going to be really free and loose. And it really starts to pop the more you put on. It seems very confused, but it actually isn't. Everything is on purpose. It's not much thought once I get going into this. You notice how I'm just free flowing. I'm not on here like, I'm not doing that. That's for the people that like doing that. This isn't what's called for in this particular painting. I'm using acrylic paint right now. All right, that's good right there. Sometimes when you're on camera, it almost makes you feel like you want to rush, but I don't really want to rush because I'm taking my time on these paintings. Like I said, there's 50 of them, and I'm on 30 of them right now. So, you know, sometimes if you're on camera, you feel like, oh, I got to rush and do this. No, I'm showing you actually how I'm going to be working and how I normally work. I get a lot done, but, you know, I pause here and there. My battery's low on this thing over here. I gotta plug this in. I'm sorry. I gotta come over and plug this other computer in here. I'll be back on the camera in a second. I have a couple of things going. There we go. All right. This right here, I got an illustration marker. And again, this is real childlike painting. I'm not being, but you got to see as they go when I tighten up just a slight bit. But right now, that's unnecessary. You just want to have a childlike thing going on right now. I just jump all around on these, and after a while, they start to take on their own form. As I was saying, this week the AC was out for about 7 days. It was so hot. I'm glad it's done. I had to cancel a couple of paint parties. That was a bummer. Really didn't want to have to do that. Really couldn't afford to do it, but I had to do it. It was impossible to be in here. Yesterday was a birthday party. I was glad it was fixed in enough time. There was a birthday party for an 8-year-old, and there was like 28-year-olds in here yesterday. Man, this place was a mess after they got done, but it was fine. It was a lot of fun. What I'm doing here is I'm going to go back and forth with tiny brushes to large brushes. I got to make sure I don't forget you guys are here because I can get lost in what I'm doing. I will go back and check. I like these crazy streets coming down here. should have put these up a little bit higher. I'm going to get my squats in with these. I'm just recovering, too, from a dislocated shoulder. 11 months. Oh, my God. My arm was pulled out of socket. Oh, my God. You don't ever want to get a dislocated shoulder. It took me almost 7 months to be able to touch my head. Oh, my God. It was painful. I couldn't even put on a T-shirt like this. Oh, you could forget it. It was 5 months before I could put a shirt, like pull a shirt over top of my head. I had to wear button downs and everything. But, the doctor told me, because, I pretty much ride my bike every day. I was always exercising. I like to play basketball. And because of my physical condition, and it happened, I'm 63 now, but I was 62 then. The doctor was like, how in the world did you hurt yourself more? But it's because I, pretty much was exercising on a regular, and I'm real strong. So last week was, I got the clearance to do some push-ups and pull-ups, but I got to start really light. But trust me, I'm going to get it back together now. Brother man was in there doing some push-ups, getting that arm strength back. I'm going to be back on the court before you know it. Oh, you know what? I need this right here. I knew there was something that was missing on here, which I couldn't figure out what it was. This street here. I kind of have the other sets on over there so I can see if I'm blocking kind of as I'm painting. This isn't going to be the final color here. I just wanted to do something right here with this, but this is kind of going to go over top with my final color here. You notice I'm not worrying about going over anything else I have here because there's going to be a lot more done to that section right there. Get to working on this here. Remember, you see, this is super loose, but I'll tighten it back up in a second. A little flower pot thing going here. I'm going to look in a second to see if anybody has any questions so far, but right now, I jump from area to area because some of the stuff I start with, I have to let it dry before I come back over. Let me get a little bit of this yellow here. Probably look at one of my earlier videos on my YouTube channel. Remember, make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's the KJL Podcast Channel. But you can probably look at a couple of earlier videos I have, which kind of shows you how I start one of these. I'm sure there is one on there. I think I called it Cityscape or something like that. But it is definitely on there. These little windows here. Awesome. Remember, you want to stay playful. You do not want to get tight doing something like this. Try to make sure I keep my brush nice and wet too. Makes the acrylic paint flow a little bit better. And you see I put a lot on here, and you see that's starting to drip, but I don't care. I don't mind if it drips down on the painting at all. Finish this door off here. Let me step back for a minute, and I'm going to check to see if I have any comments or questions. Let me check real quick. Let's see. We have somebody that made... Okay, so bartender daughter, that big portrait to the far right is fabulous. Love it. Hey, I know this one over here, I was just talking about basketball. That was made from my sweatsuit. I came from the gym one day playing basketball, and I got all of these buckets of paint, tile adhesive, acrylic paint, house paint, all types of glue. And so I took my sweat top off, and I was listening to this music. It had like a Mardi Gras vibe to it, and I took my sweat top off, I tore it, put it into pieces, and I had the buckets of paint. Then I took my sweatpants off, my shirt, my top, my sock. Everything is on there that I had on that day coming from the gym, except my sneakers. Even my jock strap is on there. But I said, whoever buys that piece, I'll tell them where that is. But everybody tries to look on there and try to find it. but I know where it is. But everything's on there, my socks, my top, my shorts, everything. So I'm glad you like that piece. I'm coming back over. I just want to pull that down. And let me get my, one other thing I want to change here on the screen real quick. Right now I'm in here by myself, so let's show this one. Okay. All right, let's see. What am I going to hit next? Oh, I see just where I want to go next. I got to mix my color up for it real quick. Oh, I like this right here. Yeah, I'm feeling this color right here to go in here. A little bit too much of that in there. Tone it down. More red. I kind of talk to myself sometimes when I'm doing this. So pay no attention to me when I do that. It's just, I just do it. Okay. See, I'm going back over here. Right back to what I had here. Look how that looks with that. Delicious. Thought this yellow was going to stay here, didn't you? Well, we'll have some little hints. This brush was loaded too. And you'll see some little hints of that yellow, but it's not staying here. And I don't even mind if some of the other paint gets on here just yet, because this isn't finished. Looks a little rough right now, but I'm definitely not finished with this right here. I'm just going to leave that there. That looks like a cool little building there. All right, so let me put this part on here. Mix some of this. All right. This is even changing. I'm going to add some windows or something in here. Boom. A little road I was working on. We're going to do something about that now. I don't want to kind of, too close to that color of that building. I may have to lighten it up some more. As a matter of fact, I'll just change the color of the building. Because I really want this road right here. I really want this road to be this color here. Ain't that pretty? Look how that looks. Oh my God. Don't ask me to be describing all these colors and everything. I just put one. I don't even know what colors I'm making. I just be mixing stuff up. I kid you not. I don't even know what colors I'll be making. I say this looks good. So don't expect anything technical, all that technical from me, because I'm not going to give it to you. I'm self-taught. I didn't go to art school. I don't even know the names of some of these brushes. They be calling them other kind of names, and who cares? I just know what it feels like to paint with a certain brush. That is something that I know. And it's funny because you see like how I'm going right over top of some of these little, my own made up like flowers stuff. So I'm going to have that road come straight down through here. Love it. And what I like about acrylic paint is that I can keep going over top of it as soon as one section dries. So I'm going to take this all the way down in between these little kind of flowers I made here. This isn't even going to stay the same color. I put the colors together that I want to I know I sound crazy right now talking about, oh, see how those are popping a little bit more just by me doing that? And it's a tug. It's a back and forth, a back and forth, a back and forth. That's what it is. It's a back and forth. Oh my God, I'm telling you, my arm feels so much better. I'm telling you, you don't ever want to get a dislocated shoulder. Trust me. It is not it is not a good feeling at all. Well, I know what I'm going to put on this building now that I decided to do this. Like this little grassy section here. I know I covered some of that stuff up, but I'll be putting it back in a second. I just want to come with this little lighter color here for a second. And I feel so bad because I'm like ignoring this painting right here because I'm like stuck here for a little bit. But I'm stuck here for a reason. Because it's the season for this one right here. As you can see, I come with all different. And look how loose this is. Again, I'm not tight. I'm not trying to go like, I want to get around this little thing right here. I'm not doing that. This is so loose. But in the end, it's going to be so together. Yep. Boy, I'm telling you, what a day. Those kids had, it was so much fun, but they had so much paint in the bathroom, on the floor, on the thing. I had to clean all that stuff up. I was going to try to get my grandson, but couldn't get him over here. So, wasn't good. But it would have been nice if I could have got him to come over. And give me a hand. I'm going to darken this section in a little bit here. This part of the building. See, again, you notice I'm staying real loose on this part. I'm going to come back to that same section I just had down here. Again, remember, I just wanted to put a little bit of that one color on here, and I'm going very, very fast. And if you stay too long, you'll start to think. If you stay in one area, you'll start to think too much and overthink it. And that's not good. I don't want to be anal about nothing. I ain't trying to be anal. I goes with the flow. And sometimes it's a good flow, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's life. Yep. And I'm not really worrying about this too much right now. My earpiece, it feels like it keeps falling out my ear a little bit. Remember, I just put that other color there. It's not completely dry. It's kind of blending in with this a little bit, which is okay because there's a reason why I'm doing this, and we'll pick it up a little bit later when that dries, when I come back to that. All right, let me step back and see what we got here. painting, people don't read, it's so physical. As you see, I get squats in when I've been doing stuff like this. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. I'm always sitting stuff down. Oh, there they go over there. I knew those are pencils. I'm not going to use those tonight. But, let's see. Oh, I need them here. Oh, here. To come back up for questions in a second. I had this little piece collaged here, but I didn't like it, so I'm coming right back over that collage piece there, deciding to change that. And that's the beauty again, like you know, with the acrylic paint. Again, I'm coming here, I'm seeing something, and I say, no, that's not really the way I want that to be over there. Then I can change it up. But I do have to hit that building up there. I got to step back for a second. Okay. You know what I want to do here? We're going with this. Trying to get this mixed in here really good. Yeah, Nelly. Oh, yeah, I like this color right here. Yeah. I like, sometimes people say to me, why don't you just put a palette in your hand and just carry it with you? But again, I like to exercise. I like to moving back and forth. Plus, I get to move around the painting. I kind of get to look at it from a distance. I'm not right up on it every second. And it just feels good to be able to move back and forth. Sometimes I will have a palette if I'm like on one spot and I'm really kind of focusing a lot on it. But this ain't the time for it right now. Somehow I just got stuck on this painting. I'm going to go over to the other one, but I got stuck here for a little bit, which is okay. Happens. There we go. Coming over to you now. These buildings aren't meant to be like correct. Nothing on here is supposed to be like correct. It's all just, man, I can't wait to exhibit all the other ones. Oh my God, they look so nice, and they're all different, but the same. All different, but the same. I don't like to really waste a lot of paint, so I will put a little bit of this over here. I had a lot on this brush, so I'm going to unload it here. That's another thing. A lot of these spots on here are just unloaded paint, too. Okay, where we got next? On all of these paintings too, I have I usually put like a person or something in there, like kind of like a little whistle. And this is the way you can get like one little person. I'm gonna take this thing right here, right? And you'll see how I come back to it, and I'll make a person out of this, and maybe one here too. I want to have that element in there too. I'll come back with some color on them when they dry. Another element that I have in all of these paintings is, you see these ladders? They're on all of them, and they're just leaning up against a building. It's not really supposed to be there. It's not something you would normally see. So my ladder that I'm going to put here is I'm going to have a ladder come down here. I have this ladder here. And it's very simple. But it's on all the paintings. All right, let's get up here. I don't know why I keep going back to this painting, but I can't. I'm just stuck here. I probably should have just bought one of them out. I don't know whether it's because, somebody's looking or what. I don't know what it is. But just keep going back to this one for some reason. So this is, boom. Remember, this is all in layers. And it's a back and forth process. I just need a little, which one one I need. Where we go. All right, got you right here. I hope I sound pretty clear. I'm going to check messages in 2 seconds. All right, let me see if I have any messages. Okay, none there. Okay, let's get our next spot. I'm going to check for messages again. I'm still here. I know you see me here, but I'm like still here knowing that people could be looking right now. But, there we go. Okay, I need to unload some paint here. And some more for here. I just like that there. I'm going to see if we have any more questions in a second. Again. Just trying to get the right color I want here. One more time down here. That's it. I said I wasn't going to use pencil, but I am. Got to get my color I want here. Sharp enough. I have to change my water in a second. Again, 2. Okay, back up over here to the piece that I can't stay away from. The other one over here. Here we go. open that up in a little bit. I'm not worrying about coming over this because I'm coming back into those doors and windows again. Lighten this up a lot. This side over here. And you're supposed to, when you're doing these paintings and stuff, you're supposed to be figuring out where's the sun coming, where's it coming. I ain't worried about none of that. This is not going to be just your normal everyday building. Maybe there'll be an architect that'll come up and could, maybe create one of these buildings I create one day. Maybe somebody will do that. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me. Oh, these colors look so good when they dry. It's kind of wet right now, so I'm going to let that go, and then I'm going to do my last little thing I'm going to do with this section here. I got to step back for a second. Let me see if anybody has any questions. But again, for anybody that's come on, these are paintings that are going into an exhibition. Actually, they're going to be in New York in January, so I have until January to finish all 50. Like I said, there are a variety of sizes, and I've been working on them for a few months right now. These are, like I said, probably they're a little over halfway done, maybe about 65-70% done, because there's so much more that I'll be adding to them, little intricate details. But this is, as you can see, I'm letting you see a building process that I'm going through right now. And and like I said, it has a collage element to it as well. I need to get me a little bit of a darker green for that basket down there. Let's see what I can do with that. And that looks too blue. I need some more yellow. It's alright. Sometimes I mix stuff in there I don't want to, but sometimes it seems to come out alright though. Alright, here we go. I think this is good enough for that there. Again, the beautiful thing with acrylic paint is you can always come back. So I'm going to make this basket. It's going to take a nice little turn here. And again, this isn't even going to be the final color on here. I'm building. I want certain things to show through in a little bit. And I'm going to take this basket way over here like that. Bam. I told you I didn't like that piece of collage element I had here. So what I'm doing is just now I'll let that dry, and then I can kind of finish what I want to do there. This is a little weird with me painting on the camera here, but because I would sometimes lay this down I will bring it up higher, but for the sake of doing this video, I have to do it this way. I don't normally just work like this with the painting on the wall. It'll go on the floor, and things like that as well. Palette gets pretty filled up pretty quickly. You notice I'm like, I grabbed the brushes out. I know what I want for one of the brushes to do, so I'm feeling them. Gives me an idea which brush I want to use. Because although some of them look the same, it's just the bristles and stuff, they just feel different on different ones. And I know what I want to do with this one, so I had to grab this one here. It's going to accomplish what I want. Takes me a pretty good amount of time to get these all together. I'm telling you, they all started out abstract. I kid you not. You didn't even know what was going to be on there. All were abstract. Get a little bit more paint on here. Now, does this building stop here, there? Who cares? You notice I'm dragging it, and then it's like a lot of the paint is coming off in the beginning, and then it tapers off as I get to that end. Less and less paint. I can't wait till I get to play basketball again, man. I was jonesing. I couldn't play for a year. My arm was jacked up for a year. And I love to play basketball. Couldn't play. I did a lot of bike riding, keep my cardio up. Yep, just broke the darn brush. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. Where are we at? Okay, what was I just looking at? I was getting ready to do. Oh, here we go. I'm not even fully covering these. Again, you gotta have just like a lot of light in these. A lot. These brushes, I load up a lot of paint on here, so it takes me kind of far before I run out of paint on the brush. So I load them up pretty heavy. That's why you can see I can go such a distance with these. Next time I think I'll do this, I think I'm going to have somebody here that'll be, maybe be asking me questions. I have somebody come and maybe, if anybody wants to interview me while I'm painting this, I think that'll work out good too, because it'll keep me kind of talking and asking questions that maybe someone would be interested in. Because for me, I'm just doing it and shit. These are coming out so nice. And I try not to rush too far ahead, because doing this, you really, it's like I almost want to finish them, but I know that I want to finish them so fast. And, but I have to be patient. Okay, where was I at again? Okay, right here. Oh, this is going to set this building off good. I want some white. I don't want to get too much of the other color in there. See if I can pull this without getting that blue. Yup. Oh, yeah. This brush is heavy loaded. I feel sorry for this painting over here, because I just want to stay here for some reason. You can just look at that one. I don't think I'm going to go back to that too much, because this has caught me. This painting has seriously caught me. And I go with what the flow is. I'm not going to force myself to paint on that one if I'm stuck here. I'm just allowing, it just to do its own thing. I'm letting pretty much my spirit guide me right now. This is the feeling I have. It's like I'm so caught up with this painting right here. I have workshops here, but I haven't been doing any lately, because I just finished off Artist in Residence at Arts Council of Princeton. I did puppet making workshop. I'll be teaching there in July at the Arts Council again. And then I had a mural working on. So I just wait a second. But I'm going to be back to the workshop. I haven't done, my artist interviews. I'm starting back those in 2 weeks. And got a couple of nice artists on tap, a couple of artists I'm going to reach out to. I don't want to stay in one spot too much on this thing. As you can see, it slowly starts to come together in any kind of weather. All right, I'm going to give you some clean water. Hold on for a second. Clean these brushes out real quick. Give me some fresh water. So if anybody's come on, I haven't run out the building. I'm just freshening up with some water and cleaning out these brushes. Pretty much got a set here that I like working with. Okay. He's back. So I like this set here, so I'm going to just keep them here. Hold up. That went too far down. I think I'll do it here. want to take this collage piece off. I don't like it. That's the good thing about collage. You can just take it off if you want to. I ain't feel like painting over this one. It would have lumped up too much. Take this back up here. I knew I was taking that down. I just got to it at this point. So I want to change this whole area here. It's so close to the top of the canvas. I got to put it on a stretcher board, so I didn't have too much room there. So I'm kind of going to cut a little bit of this down for that reason, because I'll need some space for the stretcher board. Goes up just a little bit more than this tape here. So all of this has to go. I don't mind cutting off the top of this building here, because it's almost to the top. There's a little bit more canvas underneath this tape here. And actually, this isn't going to be the final color of the sky. But this is my start to change it. Actually, you know what? I am going to cut this down some. So this is going to start here and then go through here. So we're going to lose a little bit of this building here, which is fine, because I need a little bit more space up at the top. Told you I love acrylic paint, because you can do just what I just did. Change on the fire. If I was doing this in oil, which I do have some of them in oil, you can change it, but it's a lot longer process to change it. I have enough canvas on this side to stretch where I want. Much better. Much better. I'm going to reconfigure the lines and everything I have here. So I'm going to let this dry and then come back over with my final coat on this. Back to my baskets. This is going to get cut off at that end when I wrap the canvas, so I'm not really worrying about that end. I'm on this one, I'm going to paint the sides of the canvas white. Man, the water gets so dirty so quick. All right. Let's get our little bowl here. Let's get the final color on our bowl here. Now, you see this is morphing into two things. This is going to be the pot for my made up flowers here. Plants, flowers, I don't know what you want to call them. I'm just making them up. So, it's morphing into that. Oh, don't want to unload. You got a little bit of attention here. You got to brush unload. I told you I'm not really going to waste too much paint. Actually, even on this little one, because I splashed a little bit of water on it, I can come back with some white. I kind of splashed while I was over here. I didn't realize I was splashing water on this painting here, so I got a bunch of like little dots of like dark water on here. Dark, well, it's paint, but it was the water, but it's the dirty water. Clean that up there a little bit. It's got on the yellow, everything. So I'll do something with it in a minute. But I got to get back to this. I got to come up that side because that's driving me a little crazy. I can use this. This is kind of close to the color of the canvas. But that corner is going to mess with me until I need to let it dry some more before I mess with this. See? I tried to rush myself a little bit on that side. And I don't want to do that. I'm going to let that dry over there and move to another spot. See, because that's what happens if you start working on one spot and you get on there and you stay on there too long. You start trying to force the issue there. So I had to jump away from it real quick because I was starting to force the issue and I don't want to do that. So let me move to another spot. Just imagine doing this like 8-10 hours straight. There's some days I do like 10 in a row. I don't like the way that green is. I'm not going to mess with that there. I'll probably put a little bit of it down here. Another little pot. I'm going to start over here with this black. This one's going to come, this pot's going to come down like this and then over and take all those flowers and stuff out of there. So that's how this pot's going to go. It's not your normal flower pot. It's one of my made up ones. So let me get my black on here first. That's going to be my base color for the pot I'm going to make here. And it's going to dip down like that. And then it'll come back over this way. So we're going to have a dip in the pot here. It's going to come up like that. And it's going to finish off over here. So all of that has to go. So this is my base color that I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with black on this particular pot here. I got another one going here. It's got a little bit of, it's already got a lot of momentum on this one. So, let me put this over here. Use some more white. I'm just mixing a lot of the colors, some of the similar ones, cools and warm colors. So I got this pot going here. kind of caught up right there. There we go. And now, just gives me some more. Yep. Need it a lot lighter. Getting all that paint out my brush, mixing it with this white. I'm coming back up on that street over there, or the road, or whatever you want to call it. Brighten that up a little bit. This brush is super loaded. I gotta get a smaller brush to cut that in between these. But I want to again step back. I load it up pretty heavy and get some of it off. Going here. See, this one's getting some love after all. Yeah, this brush was super loaded. You can just see by how far I've gone with this. Background music, it's called Endless, and it is if I was in here by myself or not conversing with people, it would just have me mesmerized. Kind of got me mesmerized right now, but I gotta stay conscious that I got some people watching. Let me get the smart. After I hit this up here, yeah, I can take that color quite a few places. Wow. Let me get over there with this. I don't want to really waste this, but I ain't really nowhere else I want to put it. Let me put a little bit on here. Let's go here. Let's just do that for now. Brush just kind of fell down inside of here. Alright, here we go. This is the one I need. Again, I know you're probably saying, wow, he's walking back and forth like that. But I'm actually stepping away with these big paintings, kind of stepping away, and I'm taking a look at it from a distance and then coming back up to it. I don't want to get just stay so close up on the painting and not be able to kind of take a peek at it from a distance where, at least where people were, it's on your wall or something and you're standing there looking at it. So it helps with that. The only awkwardness I have, again, as I was saying, is the fact that if I wasn't on camera, I would have taken this off the wall a couple of times and painted it on the floor. But being that I'm doing this little demo here, I gotta keep it here. But again, a little bit of exercise. It's gonna help me when I get on the court. Man, I felt so out of shape not playing basketball, though, to tell you the truth. I'm so used to running, and my weight is pretty good, but probably 10 pounds lighter than what I was before my injury, because I couldn't lift weights, too. That was another thing. I couldn't do that. I started with some light push-ups last week. The early part of this week that just passed, I started doing pull-ups for the first time in like 12 months. But my arms, they starting to like feel really strong. Because it was my left arm, I'm so glad, I'm so grateful. You know how sometimes they say the guy that didn't have any shoes didn't feel so bad when he met the guy that didn't have any feet. Because it could have been my right arm. I'm right-handed. Well, I actually can, try to sometimes paint with both, but I couldn't only imagine if it was my right arm. I would have been doomed. For real. Because it was bad enough with it being my left arm, but I couldn't imagine it being my right with everything I do with my right. I would have truly been doomed. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the recovery. I'm grateful that even though my arm was pulled completely out of socket, it went back in. There was a guy that was outside, and he pulled my arm back in socket for me when it happened. And the crazy part is I tripped over some hula hoops. That's how I hurt myself. I was going to make some art. I make art out of all different objects. And I literally tripped over some darn hula hoops and fell so fast I went sideways. My shoulder was turned this way. It was painful. But your boy got some strength. Boom. Yeah, I like brightening up that side right there. Yeah. Let's see. Bunch of loaded up paint on this little brush too. A lot of what I'm doing right now is blocking in some colors, but it's going to change a considerable amount more, I would say. Still, I would say it's going to change a lot. you can see them really close, you'll see like some of the colors are peeking through on the other colors, and that was on purpose. That was by design.